Our first guest this evening, I'm sure, has something to say about all this. He's the founder and president of the Article 3 Project, our pal, Mike Davis, back on the program. Mike, nice to see you. Let's get to this auto pen stuff. You're the constitutional attorney with the knowledge. I am not. I have no idea if this is legal or not legal. I understand it is in certain cases if the president authorizes his auto pen to be used. But if staffers are using it without his knowledge, how can that be legal?
You're exactly right. You could be a lawyer, apparently. So politicians have auto pens. Every member of the House,
Sure.
every member of the Senate, presidents, they use auto pens. The issue is whether the person running the auto pen machine is doing it with the president's knowledge and consent and is carrying out the president's will. And if they're not only are these pardons invalid, this is a crime, right? This is forgery.
Right.
This is obstruction of justice. This is conspiracy. This is very serious. And so what needs to happen, and if you want to challenge these pardons, you bring an indictment against someone for committing a crime, and there are plenty of crimes these people could have committed, and then the defendant would raise the issue that they have a presidential pardon, and then the judge would have to determine whether that pardon is valid or not. So that's how you get to the bottom of this pardon scandal.
Got it. That might make sense then on why that last day or two when those commutations and those pardons started rolling out, right? And then I remember seeing the chart that was like, Reagan did this many, and HW did this many, and Clinton did this many, and Obama. And then it was like Joe had the most in history, probably because Joe didn't know he was doing all those pardons and commutations, right?
Well, and it's also, he's had the biggest scumbag family in history where they took $23 million from our worst enemies. It seems like every Biden family member, except for the 5-year-old granddaughter who they only claimed under political pressure. Look, this is a scumbag family. This is just another reminder that not only is Joe Biden corrupt, he's demented. So I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, auto pen. I got to ask you this other one before I lose you. I know you got to run. The swatting stuff. This has been happening to a lot of my friends. God forbid it happens to my family. What's the rules on this? Because a lot of people are telling me this should be almost like an attempted murder charge if we can track these scumbags down, because they're trying to get people killed. They call the SWAT team and they say, or the cops, send the SWAT team, I'm being held hostage, or send the SWAT team, someone's been murdered at this house and they have guns, they're killing people. So cops show up, guns at the ready. Well, if I'm at home and it's 3 a.m. and you startle me and I don't know it's cops and I see a figure, I'm gonna grab my gun. They're trying to get us killed, Mike. What's the legalities here if you nail one of these bastards who are swatting MAGA people?
Yeah, I've been a witness to one of these swattings. They are terrifying and they are very, very dangerous. And the FBI director, Kash Patel, has made very clear they're going to hunt down the people who do this and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. So they're playing a very, very deadly game here.
Yeah.
And they're going to end up in prison for a very long time.
Okay, so can the charge be attempted murder or something similar? It can be a hard felony for this, right?
Well, that's certainly a felony. I mean, there are many federal charges you can bring
false reporting
related to this, and especially if someone gets hurt or killed. Good luck to the person who did this. The Trump administration is not going to tolerate this anywhere, and there are going to be very severe consequences.
All righty, I'm going to end on a little bit of fun because I love President Trump and his trolling. He's hilarious. You and I love that. We started with something fun with the song from ICE and Homeland Security. Throw up the one Trump did with the auto pen. This one's great. I just want to end on this. How funny is this? So there's President Trump's presidential portrait in 16. Then on the right, his new one in 25. And in the middle, it's Joe. It's the auto pen. Nobody trolls like Trump. Mike Davis, as always, thank you for coming on, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.